Hello, and I almost said good morning, everyone. It is not morning.
Thank goodness.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I've had a long day. I'd be really sad if it was morning. Welcome
Go
to
forward, not back.
our Tuesday stream, Sunset Rummin. We have some rum, we have some familiar faces, and we have a brand new face with us today. Over there.
Hello!
Yeah,
From the far-flung Folly crew.
Yeah, so you know me, I'm always here. You're stuck with my face literally every time this camera's on. You know Kat, you're stuck with her face almost every time this camera's on. You know our Captain Devlin, who ruins our hashtag and makes it no mutiny. And is on sometimes. And of course, if you've ever been in our chat, you know Chappie, who antagonizes everything.
Everyone
Constantly, and then decides to act that he's completely innocent. And none of you know the lovely Scarlet. So Scarlet, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, I be a wandering minstrel. I've attacked young Devlin a few times for his rum and grog and kicked him out of the bed more than once because, you know, my bed, not his bed, my bed. But I come by, I'm usually a performing person. I usually perform with fire. I also do a little bit of really bad Irish accents, and I'll teach anybody how to do archery. But that's my introduction. Oh, and rum is good.
Rum is good.
Mm. Oh, yes, you have to show off your mugs.
Oh, yes. So I'd never done anything like this before, so I figure I bring two things. I bring the primary, which is this lovely thing. Yes, the fan of white. And then, in case that fails catastrophically, which I hope we get on camera, I have the golden pineapple of sip. So I am prepared.
Pineapple of Mambrino.
I desperately.
Or I'm a minstrel as well, so you know we'd get on there.
Oh
that
no, there's two
great
now.
rum shark cup.
Wait, are we going to be like Disney princesses and let things just come to life?
Oh yes. Plus, I know you from fire, so.
Well, I put the fire away because, as you can see, I'm inside me hull, and I don't want to. I like this bed. This is my good bed. I don't want it on fire.
Don't set the bed on fire.
No, plus the frog over there will be very upset. And the roommate has given me Captain Shelley, which is the little turtle above me. And this is Hedwina. She was on me trip. I took a long 2.5-week trip.
I'm sorry we missed you.
She's what?
I said I'm sorry we missed you. Vermont's a small state, but it ain't that small.
We were so close. We were about 2 hours.
I know.
We were so close. We were like 2 hours.
Okay, so if you live in Connecticut, like I do, anything that's 45 minutes is a walk in the park.
Close.
Anything that's 2 hours, that's a good little stretch. 4 hours is where I cut it off. Mainly because that's too far from me rum.
And watch what you're cutting off, mate.
That's how I felt about Delaware, though, because in my brain, Delaware is a very, 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 very small state.
Oh, it is, though.
And then I didn't realize it was going to take me, like, 3.5 hours to drive through Delaware to get to Virginia.
No, top to bottom, it's a bit longer than it is side to side.
I was like, oh, I can get across it in, like, an hour and a half. It's great. No, that's a lie.
Try driving across Texas.
Oh, no, I know, but in my brain, when we got asked to go places to pillage, I was like, Delaware's close. Delaware's small. I can do anywhere in Delaware. And then I learned my lesson.
Oh, sweetie.
I know, I was doing a few days down in Rohibit.
True facts.
I do believe they did diss you last. Are you the navigator of this ragtag crew? Oh, how did they get you?
Well, you see,
we gave her a map in French. We gave her a map in French. She had no idea.
No idea. That they fully believed I was very confident until they gave me French, and then we learned that I do not French and I do not Latin. Those are the two languages I cannot do. And it's even worse when you consider I'm a scientist, and half the stuff I have to say is in Latin.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I French.
I give myself vocab tests.
I mean, yeah,
we can't. Sorry, go ahead, Chappie.
Like, I just spent the day with the helmswoman just the other day, and we were talking about how she's always being navigated wrong.
No, she's the real reason we get lost. She hits things.
Who's telling her which direction to sail?
I mean,
green
I
part's
don't tell
the
her to
water.
hit things.
I thought the right application of force can fix anything.
True.
That's why
Or
I have
as
a
we
crowbar in
learned,
me.
Like consensual force meets?
yes.
Hey,
As we
believe
learned,
that
if anyone
there-
has watched me play Sea of Thieves, I am a terrible helmswoman. I am
Ah.
worse helmswoman than I am navigator. I ran my boat into 4 islands that day. I believe was the final count
No.
when I gave up was 4 islands.
No, see, you're doing it wrong. It's all about the PR. You weren't driving wrong. You were driving by feel. Because
Oh,
you
yeah.
wanted to get the feel of the ocean in your boat.
Yep. I like her.
It's about the texture.
She wasn't feeling the ocean. She was feeling the land.
You got
That
to
was
feel the
our
land to know when you reach the land.
See? She's got it.
Obviously.
That's what your eyes are for. Open
No,
them
no.
up.
That's
just
discriminatory.
shows what a
What
good
if you have a
navigator.
blind helmswoman? Huh? You need to feel it.
Well, then you try and make sure the dog doesn't drown.
Well, if
Cat,
you got a
I don't
blind
need your
helmswoman,
Kermit
you
impression.
need a better recruiter.
All I could think of is that
Thanks
you
for
need to
picking
get
up
those
with how it's laying
fingers.
down, though.
Back in the 70s, there used to be this thing where they'd strap these metal little tinglers on the outside of a car so that if you hit too close to the curb, it would go ding-a-ling-a-ling. You need that for your boat. That way you know where you're not supposed to hit.
Aye, and
Forget
if you live
the
in
boat.
York, you just put rubber around everything because you're inevitably going to hit someone and someone's inevitably going to hit you. That's how I navigate, guys. It's inevitable.
You get 20 points for the length that you put them. I got about 40 one day. It was great.
Oh my.
Perhaps we should not put them on the boat. Perhaps you should just put them on the navigator.
Oh, aye.
Like,
think it would
I
be
don't run
tricky.
into that much stuff on the ship.
It'd be fun. You could have little danglies on you all the time. When you got close to things.
Little danglies.
They tinkle when you get close to things. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Dramatic.
Strength is usually appendages. Oh, sorry, anyway.
I came prepared!
Oh my god. What is wrong? What did I...
Oh, hell, the flying spaghetti monster. May his noodly appendage touch us all. Oh, dear God, where did you find that?
Why do you actually have
do
that?
not remember.
Okay, I have
More
that
importantly, where
away.
did you get a colander that big?
It is my best colander.
No,
That's a very
Wait.
big colander.
no one told me we're having services tonight.
And why the hell wasn't a chaplain
Chappie's
told about
here.
the lack of services?
It's not our fault he's not prepared.
Services for the FSM.
You're non-denominational. Wing it.
I think my favorite thing...
I mean, I got the this, here, the that,
Well,
there.
had I known that this was one of the followers, I would have taken out. I have the yellow one with the little eyes. It's my spaghetti strainer. I could go wander off and grab it and come back if you wish, or I could just stay right here, whatever you like.
I might have been tipped off.
Oh, go
Because
ahead.
he's
Get it.
prepared.
Get it.
Yeah, go get it. You're welcome.
Now we have to see yours.
I'm more concerned though that when you say the FSM,
Yes.
it
Hi.
sounds legit.
It is legit. Have you seen? I have the gospel.
Oh no,
right
no,
here.
I'm well aware it's like a legit religion or whatever.
Hey, they
But
got a
like,
book and
it
everything.
sounds more legit than it should.
Can I get a ramen?
Is that
Okay,
really how they end it? Yes.
Yes.
That's so good.
There
I
we
love
go.
it.
Wow.
Now I'm feeling the spirit.
I'm trying to gently
I
put
mean,
the.
after all, you see that?
What
Yes.
would
A pasta
I
demon
do.
do.
What's the fairy do?
What would a pirate do?
Hi.
Yeah,
We are holy beings after all.
right.
wait? Are we starting the Church of Piracy?
No, it's
Nope.
in the Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Pirates are holy beings.
Oh,
Aye.
Right.
What would a pirate?
I was not told to study this religion when I was studying
Wait.
religions at school. So
Wait. For our navigator and our viewers, perhaps we should give it a little bit of background.
yes, please.
I can't do the background, but I will give you the what would a pirate do items.
Very
Scarlet?
simply. Scarlet, do you want to
Captain?
feel this one or
Okay.
should I?
I'll give. Do you want the religion or the real reason why it started?
Oh, the religion, of
The
course.
religion.
Oh, all right.
We'll stay within our realm here of fantasy.
We fair enough. So I'm not too averse with it. I just really like the noodles because that's what I'm here for. But there is a belief that there isn't really a Yahweh or a God or an Allah. No. There is a flying spaghetti monster that goes around the world with little meatball eyes and tentacles of spaghetti, touching everyone that wishes to hear and feel full and warm. And if you would just let him into your stomach, you'd find peace. So, in honor of him, I've gotten a little hat of doom from Tea and Absinthe. Anyway, chill. TeaandAbsinthe.com. Check them out. Anyway, if you want to know the real reason that this whole thing happens, it's really ridiculous. It was basically to prove a point at a college that anything would become a religion.
Yeah.
But I like this one. I believe
They're
that
called, the devout followers that we're called Pastafarians.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is my favorite picture. Touched by his noodly appendage. But yes, so there's religious holidays every Friday. Heaven has a stripper factory and a beer volcano.
Ramen.
Don't hate it.
But pirates are fine beans.
Hell also has a beer volcano and a stripper factory, but the beer is all flat and the strippers are less desirable.
That's desirable strippers.
I mean, I'd still drink it.
13. Anyway.
Basically, you're safe either way.
Yeah. But yes, the invisible flying spaghetti monster is the creative force of the universe. He apparently got drunk one night, and when he woke up, there was the universe.
Ahoy, lurking lurkers! I'm a modest, #modest, and I can see who's here. So I say, ahoy to Lucretia and or Monty, and ahoy to Haya, aka Charby. I'm not trying to dox you, I just don't know if you go by Charby or not. So,
Ahoy, mate.
anywho, if life has got you down, simply ask yourself, what would a pirate do?
Drink rum.
The first answer awaits you. Number one, a pirate would drink some grog. So if life has got you down, there you go. Answer number one. Answer number two, a pirate would obtain a parrot, which Scarlet has covered for us this evening, and Nessa has covered for us with Bogey, even though
I
he's
have
not.
one. He's
Actually, I
quiet
got
today.
3. I got 3 because I didn't know what to bring.
Well, we've got the dead Polly.
Number 3.
Oh, you know where our dead Polly is? Our dead Polly be with our scarecrow at Peddler's Village right now.
If you got a picture of him as well, I'd see that.
I can pull that up. Go ahead and continue.
Rawbeard the pirate now is on watch at Peddler's Village. He's in spot number 25 if you're so inclined to vote.
Right.
The voting ballots are apparently in every shop in the village, and there are a couple ballot boxes, or you can do it if you
I was
download.
gonna say there's an app, I believe, as well.
Aye.
Aye.
There we go. Got it.
Vote early, vote often.
Vote as much as is allowed, and then one more time than that. Wait, no, I didn't encourage you to do that.
Order your mail-in ballots
That would
and
be
vote
wrong.
again.
But they are open through the 31st, I believe, of October.
No, the winner will be announced on October 16th, so you best get in before that.
Aye.
So he'll be
Strawbeard
there.
will be there. That's what it is.
Aye. Oh, I was
I'm
reading
the captain.
I was being a
Big
good person,
picture.
getting my facts straight before I posted anything.
Aye. I'm the captain. I handle the big picture items.
Well, that you do. All right, number 3. Find ye a band of marauders. Check mark. Number 4.
Friendly kind of marauders.
If you can't steal one, build your ship. It says yar.
That is not correct.
Yar.
There's
Number
no
5.
deal.
Find thee a wench, or if you're a wench, find thee a pirate. Now, if you're a female pirates should find themselves a stout male pirate. So do same-sex pirates who are perfectly acceptable in pirate culture. They are footnotes to say all of that.
Excellent.
I love it.
That literally covers every concern I had about that statement, especially on
Yes,
this.
because we've had a discussion about wenches and all that before.
We did. I thought this was about to snowball back into that conversation from. Like,
I knew that was there. I'm good. Number 6. When in doubt, plunder. Cheers to that, mates.
Cheers.
And number 7, what would a pirate do? At least suggestions given to us by the Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Number 7, arg. To accept the pirate life is to accept the eternal arg. Without it, you're just another landlubber.
I thought the last one would be
you have
sleep.
to accept the arg because that's all anybody will ever say to you on the streets.
That is true. I thought the last one was going to be sleep because that's all we do when we're supposed to be doing chores.
Sleep? If
I'm
only
going back to number 1, thanks.
I am good with number 1. I'm nearly finished with this.
I know, I'm like pretty much getting there as well. And, you know, not having eaten anything today. I'm just gonna
I had
throw
big
a
lunch,
little
but not
more.
Run, shark!
We haven't seen him in a few weeks. Da 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 da.
Nessa's been having kind of a night, so we are all in favor of Run
Nessa
Shark.
has been having a day.
Sending more.
All right, so how soon is it before she hits 4 sharks?
I have never hit 4 sharks on stream.
I have hit 4 out of 5 sharks.
Yes, she
The
goes.
highest I have ever gotten is 3.
Devlin.
I've gotten to 3 out of 5 rum sharks on stream.
I am well on my way to 3.
No one
I
here
will
has
get to
ever
3
seen me
before
5.
8
Oh, wait, never mind. Kat is the only one that has seen me 5 out of 5 rum sharks. No one else has. 5 out of 5 rum sharks was the night before I got married.
Night before the wedding.
Yes.
That could never have been me. I'd never have survived the next day. I'd have just been like, migraine, go
Oh,
away.
I'm still too
Not
young
getting
where I
married
don't get
today.
hangovers. It's great.
You're not
I had
drinking
one.
enough.
I didn't care for it.
The wedding or
I didn't do
The wedding or the hangover?
Yes.
Like Devlin. Cheers to that, my dear.
Next thing you know,
Hashtag no more weddings.
The only problem I see with hangovers is that I always wake up in some unusual state, usually missing some of my clothing and being replaced with something else. And usually they're full of freaking glitter.
Substitute
Oh,
clothing
yes.
is a really interesting byproduct of hangover.
No, I think my favorite, like, the waking up without certain clothing is normal, but them being replaced by something else is where, like, I'm very interested. Like,
Well, I have a story if you want to hear it. It's short, I promise.
is it PG-13-ish?
No? Oh,
PG-13,
Okay, then
but
that's for the
tell us
after.
the wrong version.
well, hang on. I couldn't hear over Chappie. What'd you say?
Like,
Chappie,
we are
what was it?
PG-13-ish.
Oh, no. It is PG. It is absolutely PG. It's
Oh,
just
alright,
funny.
we don't need the short story then.
I
Go ahead
said
along with
my-
the long one.
I stand by my statement. Tell us, please.
So,
Wrong
as a
version.
wanderer, I go through many different fields, and one of these things is called a Renaissance fair that you weirdos like to do every now and again. So imagine this, picture this. It's a beautiful, Saturday morning. The mist is coming off the jousting fields. Everybody is waking up to the cacophonous sound of as we're waking up from our beds. And as we're drinking our tea and our scotch and everything else, we see this lone figure, this proud man. Let me describe him to you. He was a tall man, full of face. He was a gorgeous man with long hair. He also had gorgeously overdone makeup, like bright blues and peacock pinks and everything else. He was marching across the field to the maypole, and what was this young lad wearing? Oh, only a mother would love this. He had giant red hearts around his places. He had body glitter that would make any South Beach lady want. And he had on a golden stick-out tutu, as well as a banana hammock. And again, folks, if your kids get the joke, it's not our fault. He was also wearing combat boots, which really just put the whole ensemble together. With striped socks, might I add, and they were purple and yellow. He goes out to the maypole, and that's where his actual garb was, which was very plain in all states. Takes it down. And he goes away. Now, the reason this young man had such a problem was this. The night before, he tipped his cup a little too much, and he wound up falling asleep in the gypsy den. Which, if anybody knows the gypsy belly dancers, they're they like to have fun when people are stupid. So he fell asleep. He apparently took over about 4 or 5 beds, which is not cool. And they decided to make him an example. So the next, they basically took his clothes, dressed him up all pretty some, and then set his clothes on the top of the maypole for him to find the next morning. The poor man could not take the glitter off for 3 weeks. His favorite was, and I spoke to him later, was that I kept finding it in places it shouldn't be. And I didn't know that my leavings could be so pretty. So lads and lasses, be careful where you fall asleep. Don't get too tipsy some. The gypsies might have their way with you.
Good rule for life.
I was going to say, that's a pretty good rule no matter what, actually.
Truth.
The best explanation I ever heard for glitter was, I found glitter 16 years later in my beard, which I've shaved 6 times since then.
It is the glory of the land.
Don't show belly dancers.
There was a woman at the Connecticut Renaissance Festival that always played a fae, and she used to be, in another life, my Viking mother. I played a Viking in King Arthur's court. Don't ask, that's just the way it was. I was good in this daughter, the sexy Viking in the bed sheet. But anyway. Well, she likes to play the fae, so every time I see her, it's always 10 feet back. Glitter, the original social distancing. But yeah, I just, why glitter? Why? Why has it be glitter? Why is it always glitter?
Yeah, sometimes you get the glitter on you, and someone asks you, like, oh, it's from the candy. But it's not the candy that you eat. It's the candy that dances around the mast.
Oh, oh, that's terrible, son. Yeah, there's many stories from the Ren Fair world I could regale you with, or we could go about and tell our most unique thing we've ever seen, PG-13, of course, that we've seen at Ren Fair. How about this? Nessa, what is the most interesting thing you've ever seen at Ren Fair?
Oh, that is a loaded question.
Remember, PG-13.
Ooh, all right. This one is good, and I just enjoy this one because I was part of it. It wasn't the most ridiculous thing, but it is one of my favorite memories that comes to my brain. That was also semi-ridiculous. So those of you that know the Righteous Blackguards, if you don't, go look them up. They're great. I love them very much. It was my first year, I believe, working the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. And one morning, the lovely Percy comes up to me, and he goes, "Can we borrow you today?" And I go, "Of course, like, obviously, like, I love you guys, like, you can borrow me whenever you want, it's fine."
You can borrow me. She's uncovering her cleavage as she's telling her story.
For the record, I was not married at this time.
Would that have changed the story in one iota?
Probably not.
I just would have been Timmy.
So it rolls around to lunchtime, and they come and find me. And they're like, "We need your help." And I'm like, "Okay." They're like, "We'll pay you in CDs." I'm like, "Sold." Like, perfect. So I follow them, and they lead me up. If you've ever been to the New Jersey Renaissance Fair, there is a big lake in the middle of the fairgrounds. And in this lake, there is a little,
platform.
What do you call that? Platform, yeah.
It's not quite
like
a dock. It doesn't float, so it's just a little square platform.
And he sets me up, he's like, "Here's the money, do the thing." And I'm like, "What am I doing?" Okay, so they get on a boat and they sail out to this dock with their instruments.
Oh no.
They set up microphones and sound equipment.
They had microphones out there, like, they were great. So they get out there, and I still have zero idea of what is happening. I just know that I have to stand there and collect money. That's about all I got. And then all of a sudden, I'm blanking on fair names of individuals.
I don't know any of them. I know their real names.
Random fair patron number one.
Our Scottish friend.
Our Scottish friend.
Which one's the Scot?
The Scottish friend.
Gosh.
In Blackguards.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know real name's coming to my head.
Lie to us. We won't know.
Anyhow,
Change protect the guilty.
I'll change it. Mad Tom announces that they are going to throw Percy in the lake if they raise a certain amount of money.
$100, weren't it?
It was $100.
Mm-hmm.
They raised $100 after the first song.
Oh my god.
Took less than 5 minutes.
Percy in the lake. This is a 30-minute set that they're doing, so that was the first song. So we're going on. They're still handing me money and everything. They're like, we'll throw him back in the lake. And I'm like, well, he's already in the lake. I don't know what you want. And then they decide, and this is why it's very important that I have this individual's name. Because he was the next individual to go in the water, and I can't remember his name.
I also pretty much love this story because it leads into the best verse of Drunken Sailor I ever had.
Aye. But anyway, our Scottish individual wears a kilt while he performs. Shocking, I know.
Oh, no.
So then it was voted that we were going to throw him in the lake if we raised another $100. 2 songs later, the next $100 is raised. Now here's the best part. He claimed he couldn't swim.
Oh no.
Deep, it's like 4 feet deep.
Did you give them
Everyone pointed out, they're like, it's not deep, you can swim, you're fine.
You'll bounce off the bottom.
So the end of the set comes, he's like, I'm not going until the end of the set, and then he tried to get on the boat and like get away with it. Obviously no one's letting it happen. They push him in. The best thing, the kilt just floats to the surface of the water.
Around
and he starts like flailing. It was great. I loved it.
Oh, poor Scott.
It was absolutely wondrous and beautiful.
What do you do with a drunken sailor?
Yeah.
You
wait.
Throw him in the lake with the righteous blackguards. Throw him in the lake with the righteous blackguards.
So wait, is he the original Nessie then? Is that what we've been missing? It's just a Scotland himself.
Let's just say there was a sighting that day.
Oi, there were quite a few sightings that day, I'm sure.
Poor man. How about you, Chappie? Have you done many of these Renaissance fairs that these people do? Anything funny that you can remember?
Well,
Hi, Chappie. Have you ever been to one of these fairs?
Oh, you mean the one that I was at, with Bones yesterday and all weekend?
Aye.
Hey,
Because my fair's actually open?
He's one of our resident patrons.
Yes, resident patron now upgrading. Well, I have been.
Poor man. You're never going to have any
There
money.
you go. I was waiting for that. The photograph.
So nothing you can think of that was funny some at all, or unusual.
Well, I mean, if you're friends with, the guy who plays the Duke at New Jersey, there's all sorts of
just
funny and interesting things, especially when Scotch is involved.
Yes.
Those stay behind the fenced walls.
Right. As do all of the mostly nudity that happens where he's concerned as soon as the day is done.
But drinking Scotch with him is a regular at the Parf. We have our Old Man Scotch Club, which is me, him, and our Catskill boot guy. So
he's a wonderful man. I've met him.
Oh, he's Sally? Or the Catskill boot man? Or
the
both?
Catskill boot man. Sorry. I know him from New York, and I love him. He's just a wonderful, crazy bugger. But I love him.
The Duke is mean, though. He broke my mug my second day of fair.
What did you mean to? And how was you walking around with your mug now? You tell us, other Scarlet.
That year I was playing Scarlet McGowan, the blacksmith's daughter, and I decided I wanted to see just how flat my head was.
Oh no.
And I balanced a whole bunch of stuff on my head, and I perfected it where nothing was. I had a hammer balancing on my head at one point. It was really quite impressive.
Impressive.
But I did bow to the Duke and had my mug on my head and did to bow, and he took his cane and went boop and knocked the mug off my head, and it shattered everywhere.
Oh no! Well, first off, why
my
were you
second
bouncing
day
a
of-
ceramic mug?
I just felt like not caring.
No, I had the same problem though. I bought my very first fair mug at a battleship event,
Yep.
and
Quite
then
happy
I
pineapple.
went to my very first Smithville Renaissance Fair, and I was in the process of leaving my vehicle and going to the fair, and I was fastening my mug strap, which apparently did not fasten so well, and it just dropped straight to the ground. So
No.
never got to use it. I barely got to look at it. I don't remember what it looked like, but it was a very fine mug.
Now I have a leather one, which can take a lot more abuse.
Aye. Where were you down?
I have a fancy amount of mugs, like the one that I started with. I've switched to the pineapple because pineapple is funnier. But this one,
I love it.
I love this one because it is very pretty some, and it has all sorts of little things. My personal favorite is on the rim. There's a tiny little eye so that I can say, I was never alone. I had somebody's eye on me the entire time I was drinking. But what I love is that the little saying on the side here, which apparently is backwards in my computer.
Oh, no, it's correct on Zoom.
It is, alright, because I just did a video of an unboxing that I did and everything was backwards.
Zoom does the thing where it automatically flips it.
Oh, sexy. But I'll read it anyway. It says, the world of reality has its limits. The world of imagination is boundless.
I like it.
Delightful.
Yes, this was the one I picked up at the last Wicked Fair, and I kept sharking past it, and I was like, ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty.
And then it was there at the end of the day?
Not only that, but the guy was like, I beat off people for you. Not in that way, but I shooed them away.
But
again, if the kids get the joke, it's not our fault. So he basically just said, this was made for you. You should take it home. And not only did I cradle it home, I filled it with the most amazing libations and may have fell asleep with it. I have this one. I also have one from Goodly Woods, which I really recommend. Goodly Woods is out of the Maryland Festival.
Hi.
And it's a beautiful place. Oh, God. I would give my firstborn if I was ever inclined to have spawnlings, but I am not. So these are the only spawnlings I'm interested in.
Yes. Mine went over there, so.
Yeah, Goodly Woods, they make beautiful wooden mugs, and they're expensive some, but man, they hold up. I have fought with them. I have dropped them. I have accidentally put them in the dishwasher, and they come back.
That's the one thing I really like about pewter mugs. I feel like pewter mugs, you can do just about anything to, including putting them in the dishwasher.
Or stamp them.
Or stamp them.
I can't tip too much, but it's got I can't tip it right now, or I'll dump it all over my technology. But I'll show you. I've got stamps for Master Chris Jarrett.
The only thing
on the top and the bottom.
The only thing I don't like about pewter. If you put ice cubes in pewter, the entire thing gets very cold, including the handle, and I can't hold it.
See, what I've done with that is I've actually wrapped yarn around it in pretty colors. Yes. Either that or I get myself a cabin boy and I tell him that he has to warm me mug up. And that if he complains...
Oh, I have one of those.
Oh, lovely. Good for you. See, you got to put it to work more often. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, she's got a birch.
I do have a birch.
A birch.
It's a birch.
A birch. A birch is my husband.
Hello.
His name is Birch.
Oh, I think
for the record, we're not saying I have a tree, but it also works because he is my birch. Like,
Devlin, you're winning the votes again because I used my other computer the other day.
Oh, that's cheating!
Pirate.
Same login.
Oh, that is so cheating, Scarlet. So if you don't know, when we first started doing these streams,
all right,
Captain was not able to join us as Captain was doing a lot of the chores that none of us wanted to do.
As a captain should well do.
So
the chore chart just sits there.
It just sits there, and Captain does it when he gets sick of looking at it. So anyway, I was in charge of the streams, and it started as I am God because I controlled everyone and I can mute them, I can turn them off, etc. And it turned into Nessa for Captain.
All right.
Alright, so Devlin did to figure this out, and I mostly just meant it as I am God, I am in control when Captain is not here, which is funny because I'm not the first mate, Cat is. But I am the technological captain here, apparently. So we did to decide that, as it is an election year, we were going to hold our very own election, and we are voting for captain. We are a democratic collection of pirates at this time. So, on the Twitch stream, all those watching, you can see on that side of the screen, directly below where it says Cuba Libre, most likely, you'll see a little icon, it's blue, and it says Vote Now. And if you click on that, you can choose who you want to be captain. And Kat is following, the Cheeto version and voting twice.
Didn't mean it. I was like, why does it say I can still vote again? Oh, it might be because I'm on my other computer.
No, again, you guys are missing some very valuable PR. It's not that she is cheating again. All she is doing is she is putting a vote to every single one of our moods. So, she did a vote while she was happy. Now she's doing a vote while she is victorious. So it'll be a vote for when she's sad and when she's angry. Because we're all different people. And especially if we're hangry, we are completely different people.
It's alright, I have more technology than anyone in this party. I can vote the most amount of times.
So there. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the debates.
I'm only mad because, like, I was up there winning with public votes.
No, you was tied.
I know, but it was, now I'm behind by one.
Still tied.
I'm currently tied with Bones. And Bones only got so many votes because she brought her
Entourage.
toys.
Entourage.
That's what I said.
13.
Oh dear Lord, it's going to be an interesting vote-some then. What happens if the two of you are actually going to be neck and neck, and are you going to co-captain the ship, or will there be a mutiny? No.
No.
So there'll be a mutiny then.
No, one of two things will happen.
Oh God.
One, Captain wins and everything is normal. Two, I win. Everything goes absolutely batshit for like 2 weeks, and then I give up.
So like every time.
Those are the two options that we're working with, people. Do you want to see it go absolutely batshit crazy? Because that could be fun. Or do you want it to remain normal? Those are your voting options right now. I think crazy will be fun.
Hashtag Redlegs for captain.
No, Redlegs doesn't want to be captain. He specifically said he does not want to be captain. Him and Mercy want to be completely removed from the race.
Have no vote. Oh, is he not even on there anymore?
Nay, he is because I cannot edit it unless I close it.
Redlegs and Mercy actually had no interest at all. Actually, I had no interest at all, and yet... and yet, someone voted for me.
I don't even remember who voted for you.
I don't either. It's irrelevant, as my vote goes directly back to Devlin. So there you have
no, that's not how that works.
Pirate, as they say.
No, this is the primary.
Yes, they're not rules so much as guidelines.
This is the primary. We will have an actual election closer to. Cheats wildly.
So badly.
Nickname.
So badly.
Hashtag cheats wildly.
Cats marrying dogs. There'll be insurrection in the streets. It'll be amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and this is why over the summer we've identified the need for a chaplain on the ship.
This can only end in tears. But I'm looking forward to the absolute monster that this is going to be.
It will be great.
Wait.
We'll do live debates. It will be fantastic. I see that in our future, Captain.
Live debate, or drunk. Because you might be... Oh.
I see this happening.
No. So this is how it starts.
October for sure.
Captain, I do have the best idea. Are you ready? Are you prepared?
Captain Devlin, I'm so sorry.
Prepared.
I am so sorry.
We start sober for the debate, right? Right.
Like what we're doing now.
Every time
I see where this is going.
I think we all see where this is going.
Every time the words share, gold,
Oh.
or chores are said, we drink.
So within 30 seconds, everything is going to go to shite. Awesome.
And then we have a better debate where we're both completely wasted on rum, obviously, specifically shipwreck. As we are the lovely shipwreck lovers. They are Brindley Gold.
It's hard for them. We're pretty much their official pirates, but
we love them. They love us. It's how it works.
Okay.
And if you haven't had it, Scarlet, I'm assuming you have, right? I was like,
no,
I remember you saying, Kat saying you did a event up in Port Jeff. Hi,
Scarlet knows Rose, knows whatever the Vikings pirate name was, knows.
Eric the Viking, everything. Eric the everyday Viking.
I remember him.
Yeah.
We do love shipwreck.
Yes, that was the very beginning of the crew of the Fly By Night, which is Holly crew.
That was the year with the golf cart, right? Where they drove around on the golf cart.
I was very jealous.
I was holding on for dear life to make sure I wasn't thrown off the back.
No one said pirates know how to drive golf carts. We just wanted one.
No, I've had shipwreck. I've had every rum under the planet. But have you folks ever had something called Bundaberg rum?
Tell us more.
I will tell you more. So the sad part of this is that it is not sold in the United States because we suck. So you can get it in Canada, which will ever get their borders open to us. You can pick it up. This rum, what I love about this rum is that it is so Australian. It hurts. And let me explain. First off, after the call, I recommend everybody do some homework and look up Bundaberg rum commercials. You will understand.
Oh, no.
Secondly, this rum comes from the 1800s. I mean, not this bottle. This is bottle 2016. But anyway.
It looks very good.
It does, doesn't it? I mean, I'm very sad that I only have this much, which I might drink while I'm talking to all you guys, but I'm not sure because it's so good. But this rum, the reason it started was because a bunch of sugarcane people had way too much sugarcane. They're making way too much molasses, so they decided, let's make rum. And it's a very smooth, deadly concoction. You can have this rum about, 3 hours in and then not be able to feel your legs, but not care because it's so good. I muted myself right there. Muted myself. That was very good. So anyway, so if you get a chance, if you know somebody in Canada who's willing to ship this beautiful bottle of happiness and love to us poor pirates down here, we would dearly love you to do so. Please, I lost my contact. Sorry, that's supposed to be other voice.
Is that, I spelled it right in the chat there, Bundaberg.
Correct, Bundaberg rum. My personal favorite is they have a commercial that's actually 4 commercials, and it talks about a crocodile on a golf course. You'll see.
I will. That is a sure thing.
Yeah. But in the May, I think I'll be finishing up this bottle. This is the bottle that came with me on my 2.5-week journey. So I have that much left. I need to get rid of it so I can buy myself a new bottle.
Well, basically, so you was cruising with cruising, eh?
Oh God! Enough with the pun. Why?
It's not quite a pun. It's what she was doing.
It's true, but at the same token, so I don't know if you had gone onto me normal Facebook. I had picked up a little patch that had the words Baba Laga.
Yes, I did.
With a little babushka with an axe, because it's a Baba Laga. I didn't realize I was a freaking pun until I got home.
The chainsaw over her shoulder wasn't a hint?
I thought it was another cryptid. I don't know.
I wasn't sure what the pun was literally until you said it out loud. I saw it this morning, but I didn't actually get it till you said it out loud.
Again, very pretty, Not so fun. But yeah, so I was really pissed off that I carried that thing for a week and a half and didn't realize it was a freaking pun. Freaking pun!
Hashtag surrounded by puns.
Indeed. So that, I had to take me medicine to stop punning so much.
Oh, what's that for Scarlet, chappie?
I was going to say, I did not see a name,
hit
so I was
with
assuming.
the rum shark.
Aye.
So, Scarlet, as
Explain.
well as anyone that is new to our stream, we have channel points. For people that watch us quite often, they acquire points, and they can spend them on various things. And one of these things is called Rum Shark, which is Rum Shark.
So I don't know
what it
shark,
usually
but if I
is. Yeah, you go like this, and then you take a swig. I mean, that's the way I think to do Rum Shark. I think I'm the only one that usually drinks straight from the bottle.
Like you needed some help to finish
Alright,
your
ready? Like, that was a great Rum Shark. I know. I feel like I need to find these in bulk order and like send one to every member of the crew.
If you do, I'll pay for it.
Yes.
Like, this one's like one of the heavy duty metal ones, so I think it was like $15 on my end, but I had to get it. It's great.
I mean, really.
Well, Scarlet.
Yes.
Why don't you regale us a bit of your journeys? Because apparently Scarlet here has escaped quarantine for short periods and ventured out in her own dinghy to see the world.
Please do your channel pimping here as well. Because for real, I've been following you since day one because I love the idea of it. So
I'm a terrible person. I can't stay in one place for long. I have to leave, which is sad because I have a wonderful roommate and a dog that absolutely adores me. But I can't let the grass grow under my feet. Plus, I've been going insane with the quarantine, just a little bit, because as you can see, I'm quite, what is it called when you're not an introvert, an extrovert, quite the extrovert.
And I haven't been about that.
Really?
Yes. But I haven't been able to, do things like fire breathing or talk or even see people. Why? Anyway, darn people. Hey, wear your mask. Wear your mask. Sorry, what?
I said, but we're only halfway through, but that means you'll come back again and chat with us?
Of course.
All right, just checking. All right, so let me wear your masks.
Yes, wear your mask. So basically what I decided to do was I was going to stick to the green states only and then get tested anyway at the end of it to make sure that I'm not a plague carrier, which I am no COVID whatsoever. And not only that, which I found interesting. I was very sick at the beginning of the year. I had worked at Arisia, which is a science fiction convention up in Boston. Highly recommended. I got very sick some after that. I was convinced it was the COVID. No, it was a bad flu. And I've never gotten a flu, which is terrible. Anyway, I decided that I wanted to travel by car, visit a few folks along the way, and see some very unusual Americana. I have done all that. So I went from Connecticut up to New Hampshire to visit my friend Steve and his wonderful little hot tub of carnivorous plants. He decided that since he can't use the hot tub anymore, might as well make it into its self-sealing little biodome. And there's sundews and pitcher plants and all sorts of wonderful things that eat things. It's wonderful. Went from there, I went all the way up to Minerva, New York, which was fantastic. Minerva, there's a place called Sporties. And people ride these horseless carriages known as motorcycles. And just a bunch of old folks getting together talking about the glory days. And on top of that, I got to see a Star Trek museum. An actual Star Trek museum.
Wait, did you go to the one in Ticonderoga?
Yes, I did. Ah! It is worth it. You need to go. And they're going to get Next Generation and Deep Space Nine in the next few years.
In the same location?
Star Trek museum?
Yes, that's just exciting it's exciting to me as I'm wildly not a Trekkie. But my very favorite music artist is Grace Potter.
Yes.
From the Green Mountain State.
Yep.
And she did her very last Twilight broadcast from the Star Trek Museum. And it was very interesting. Even if you're not specifically a Trekkie or a wild, rabid Trekkie,
yes.
Or if you are a fan of classic television at all, it seems like it would be massively interesting to go there.
It fascinatingly is for a couple of reasons. So the thing that makes me laugh the most is that this particular place, it's a super fan that put it together, and he's a very particular person, but he funded the entire damn thing with his Elvis impersonation gig. He's apparently the best in the world. So there's that. The other thing, too, is that it's not just the sets that were there, but also the memorabilia. He makes it so that as you're walking in, the lighting is the same. The lights are the same. All the lights, which I didn't know this, all the lights are molded after jujubes.
Okay,
in the very beginning of them doing this, they so in Star Trek, this is kind of like the Doctor Who of America. Nobody thought it would actually work. They actually sold it as a Western of the stars, and people are like, okay, sure, we'll try it. So Desilu Productions, which is Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, they put the money forward. They had no budget, so they told the people that were set designers, do your best. And that meant they stole from the commissary. They stole from the kitchen. The engine room actually has a lot of baking racks that they just kind of stuck on the wall because why not? They stole kickballs that were not cemented down, and apparently the actors and everything else would actually use them in between set to play kickball. They had to get them back before the set started. But my personal favorite is those lights. If you ever watch the show, even if you're not a real big fan, just watch 1 or 2 episodes. If you notice the lights, they're blinking and they're so pretty, but sometimes they're faster and sometimes they're slower. You know why? It's not because that they have, different currents running through the lights. No, there was a guy back there with a sheet and he was going right in front of the lights. And sometimes he got tired. There's other stuff, but I don't want to ruin it because you have to go. You just have to go. It's fantastic. And Ticonderoga itself is actually a fascinating little town. It's tiny. It has a historical fort. I went there every single year when I was young because my grandmother.
Right here. Can I sidebar real quick into your tale?
Please.
So my parents were divorced, and I lived in Vermont, and my dad lived in New York. And, of course, somewhere right in the middle is Ticonderoga.
Correct.
Right between where I lived. And the one time there was a field trip from my school to Fort Ticonderoga.
Oh, no.
I didn't get to go because I had just gotten back and somebody didn't sign my permission slip. So I sat lonely on the swing set, all alone at recess, almost all day.
Oh, I
have never been. I've driven past it every time I've ever been between my house in Burlington and my house in New York, and I've never been.
One thing I will say about Fort Ticonderoga, go when there's an actual event, because when you go when there's no event, it's boring. It's a fort. There's where they blasted cannons. Here's where the latrine is. There's where the barracks. But when you got people there, oh my goodness, they're all dressed up. They're shooting at each other. They're going bangity bang, and people fall down. It's wonderful. I've gone several times, and I'm a little bored of it. But I recommend. Again, my grandparents used to have a little camper, and the camper would go to Lake George. And Lake George, we lost somebody. Lake George.
We were expecting that.
Yeah, it's all right. She'll be back.
Keep
but anyway,
going.
so Lake George is this great little place. They have, excuse me, the rum's fighting to come back up. No, down, you bugger. Down.
Fight it down. Never give in, never surrender.
Great adventure.
Yes, it's coming back up through the trachea. But so Ticonderoga, not only is that, but the town is actually really cutesome. It's like it hasn't left the 40s. It's still there. And there's lots of great places to eat. And Sporties, which is not too far, like maybe 45 minutes away, it's a motorcycle roadside bar. It has all these weird-some stuff. If you want to see what it looks like, please go to Whimsical Rambling Adventures.
I know you're not actually on the Twitch, but I have posted now your website, Whimsical Rambling Adventures, 3 times for the chat to see.
So I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I will be posting another thing. I have more things to show you. But I'll finish my journey and then I'll get back there. I'll make it as short as possible. So I left Minerva and then I went to a friend's house in New Durham, New Hampshire. She's a homesteader and I got to release the Kraken. She has 140 ducks or so. I had duck eggs for the first time. Oh my God! If you haven't had duck eggs, take a chicken egg. Take a chicken egg, that lowly little chicken egg. Add a lot more flavor and a lot more just oomph and a little bit of salt. Oh, excuse me. I'm having a moment. Just give me.
13.
Oh, okay. Again,
Thanks, Chappie.
Thank you, Chappie.
Hi, and you don't want to see that in front of the chaplain either.
I'm so sorry, Father. Forgive me.
Not unless I'm involved. Then it's okay. I give my blessings.
Next time I'll try to send you all duck eggs so we can all have a duck egg omelet. It is delicious. So I went from there. I went to my friend, my high school friend Steve's house, which was beautiful in Hardwick, Vermont. There is nothing there but beauty and mosquitoes. A lot of mosquitoes. I got to stay in a it's a camper that U-Haul put out in the 80s. And they don't do it anymore because they never got the campers back. So, and I can understand why. It's a really cute sum, and there's not a stitch of insulation, nowhere. But that's okay. It's so cute. I went from there, and then I drove. Now here's the part where you and Captain Devlin, we were so close. I said Hardwick. You were in Isle of Man. You were like 2 hours away, but I knew that if I did that, it could add another like 4 hours to me getting to where I needed to go.
Yeah, that was similar.
Yeah. So I loved you both. I love you both. But unfortunately, I can only take so much hard riding before I get. Oh wait, that came out wrong. There's so much car travel I can take before I can say no. So I went from there to a place called Moosehead Lake in Maine. And if you don't know where that is, here's Maine at the very tippy top. All right, tippy top here. All right, I was right there. That was where I was. I was like an hour away from the Canadian border. I was so close I could actually hear the French stations, and I was like, oh, my high school French is coming back. This is fantastic. So went to Moose Island. I saw the B-52 bomber, which it's not as bad as you think. Basically what happened is back in 1964, there was a training episode that kind of went awry, and it slammed into the side of Elephant Mountain, and they've left it as a memorial to the people that have lost their lives. It's actually really cool to go to. However, if you have a sports carriage, like I do not do this. Yeah. So basically what happened is they were doing low radar ground penetration things, and then they hit turbulence, and apparently on these B-52Cs, they have a weak link. It is a bolt that holds the stabilizer in, and it sheared off, and they made a left-hand turn and went right into the side of Elephant Mountain. Of the 9 crewmen, there was only 2 that survived. They left the crash site as a monument. You can walk there. It's barely a quarter of a mile. However, it is 20 miles of rough road, half of which was washed out when I was there, by the way. And my car is a sports carriage. It is a Nissan Maxima. It has been groaning at me ever since. So I went from there. I went to Presque Isle, which has 2 things. It has a university, and it has a state park called a rustic state park. It's beautiful, honestly, cheap, beautiful, well done. They have showers with actual hot water and real flushies. Oh, flushies. But the Presque Isle of College, they 2006, they decided to do a thing. They decided to do a scale model of the solar system. So you have 40 miles to give you kind of a depth of it, and it starts at the campus, and it goes all the way into I forget the name of the town, but it's like it goes through like 4 towns. So I did that, and it was silly, and it was wonderful, and I have video of that, and I put it to an Animaniacs song because Animaniacs. It's a great big universe, and we're all really puny. We're just tiny little stuff. Anyway,
Outside the
that's a Mickey Rooney, though we don't know how we got here. We're a part of it. It's a big universe, and we're not. So I went from there, which is the tippy top of Maine, tippy top, all the way, and I lost her. And I went down to a friend's house in Mansfield, Massachusetts, and that was wonderful because I haven't seen him in quite some time, and I saw his goats. Snickers. Oh, yes. Yes. And I saw his goats, Snickers and Oreo, which are dwarf Nigerian goats, and they're freaking cute. And then I doubled back
Oreo?
to
Are they fainting goats?
I'm sorry?
Sorry, you first. Cat, what?
No, I said Snickers and Oreo.
Are goats that my friend owns. So,
Thank
yeah.
you.
You're welcome.
And I asked, are they the fainting kind of goats?
No, they're Nigerian dwarf goats, so they're adorably cute and tiny. And all they want is to eat and nuzzle. That's it. They're so cute.
That's all Wacko
They're
wants too. He wants to eat and nuzzle.
So I went from there. I actually doubled back to Maine because there was the Cryptozoological Museum. Oh my God. I love roadside attractions. I love stupid Americana. They're going to take you all your money's worth because that's what they do. This was no different. They took $10 from me and they had proof of Sasquatch, which was foot casts that sincerely looked like they just kind of stamped the earth in a foot shape. They also had all sorts of like jackalopes and
Champ?
I'm sorry?
They have Champ.
Champ?
They were up there. Champ, the Lake Champlain
Champy.
monster.
Oh, yes, they did. They did. Right next to Nessie. They had that in the, oh God, it's, I couldn't stop laughing, but it was worth it. It was so worth it.
I seen him.
You've
I can't
seen
tell
him.
you about Nessie, but I know Champ exists.
Yeah, oh,
I would
we will get to your story after this. We will get to your story. So
I don't
after,
have a story. I'm just saying he's real.
oh, all right then. He stole your knickers then at some point.
Well, don't.
So I went from there. I actually saw a paper house from 1924, which is fascinating. A man decided that the newspaper were the new insulation of the new year, and he insulated the entire bit of his house, and it looks like leather, and he made furniture, and he even has a desk that's devoted to Lindbergh and his journey. Oh, that's right. While I was in Presque Isle, the other thing it's known for is a complete and successful balloon aeronautics from the United States to France, and no one died this time. So that
It's amazing how far technology has come.
Well, that was 1974, so they had no technology. They just kind of were like, let's wing it and go.
What is the university that is up there? I'm trying to figure out why I know what Presque Isle, because I keep calling it Presqu'Isle in my mind, but because I've only ever read it, maybe.
Probably, because it's Presque. Presque Isle is just south of, oh, fudgicles, I forgot the name of it, and I can't access anything because my phone is being used as my monitor right now. But Presque Isle is also known for the University of Maine Presque Isle campus.
So that makes sense. Maybe I knew someone from there.
Well, it was interesting when I walked through the whole Ireland. Honestly, the campus kind of reminded me of a really good high school because there was this really cool like dioramas and other shit that was all over the place. And I walked through and they're very friendly because they're Mainers. And, you know, they're just like, oh, you're here for school. I'm like, no, I'm here for the fun. And they're like, oh, but you just passed it. It's about 2 rows back. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it was weird. It was very weird, but they were very friendly as most Mainers are. I think it's because they're so high up there and oh my God, there were so many potatoes. So many potatoes. I was in fields of potatoes.
We're back in Ireland.
Pretty much. I mean, I was waiting for my mom or my dad to come in with another plate of mashed potatoes, be like, eat your potatoes. I'm like, no more potatoes. There's that, although, what was the funniest thing that I've ever seen? There was like a couple of things that I wish I had gotten on camera and I didn't because I was just too slow. And I'm still kind of doing this whole like video thing. I don't understand video. I understand live and I understand being part of a crew. But anyway, the 3 things I wish I got on camera. I wish I got the Green Samurai of Brattleboro. I shit thee not. There was a gentleman that was wandering around Brattleboro with 2 green bandanas, so all you could see was his little face. And he had 2 swords. He had a tanto and a regular samurai sword. And he was very friendly. He gave me the nod. The other thing I wish I had gotten was the time I rescued a puppy. Well, it was actually an old doggo. I was driving in Presque Isle, and all of a sudden the road, everybody just slammed on their brakes and stopped. There was a reservist that caught the dog. It was an older golden retriever, had no tags on it. It just, either it got senile and wandered away, or I'm hoping it wasn't dumped. I'm hoping it just got senile and wandered away. I gave the dog half my loaf of bread because it was hungry, and a bunch of, and a rope. It was just funny because the reservist, I pulled up and I was like, hey, do you need some rope? And he's like, yeah, let's go with some rope. So I made a little leash, and he's like, I don't know what to do with this. I was like, well, just call either the town clerk or a local vet and see if he's on something, because they did have the rabies tags. There was no name, but there was no rabies tags on it. So
Registered somewhere.
I'm sorry?
Registered somewhere then.
Exactly.
So I he done saved his life.
Hopefully. All I know is that half my potato bread went away, so I was very upset about that. But I fed the puppy, so that's good. And the last thing I wish I got was wandering around in upstate New York in the back roads to get to Sporty's bike bar. I found an entire barn completely shingled in old license plates.
Ooh.
I'm very upset I didn't get a picture of that, because it was just one of those. First of all, how did you get that many? And secondly, why? So, yeah. But otherwise, it was a fun trip. It was a lot of fun. And I will tell you this. I have stayed in campgrounds. I've stayed in state parks. I've stayed at people's homes. The only place that I ever felt a little about, and I even slept in my car at the top of a ski mountain. That was pretty cool. It was one of my friend's house where she lives. Is an old defunct ski lodge area that they decided to develop. So the views were beautiful the next morning, by the way. But it was also kind of very uncomfortable because, unfortunately, I brought too many things because I'm always afraid that I'm going to be left out in the cold. So I brought everything in the kitchen sink because I'm stupid. But anyway, the thing that I was most concerned about and the most fearsome, as a traveling woman, I have things to be afraid of. I was in Connecticut. I was at this place called Plymouth, in Plymouth, Connecticut, which is by Waterbury. I was in a Christian camp. That was the most fearsome, because right across from where I was a house that said God is love and Jesus saves, and I was afraid to take a drink because I was afraid I was going to be proselytized to about my thieving ways and everything else. But I'm like, but I just want a drink.
Chappie, thoughts as a holy man on that? Drinking acceptable?
God is love.
God is hydration. Hydration
God
is life.
hydration. Yep.
God is hydration. Okay, I can accept that. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, and you know, a lot of wines go perfectly with spaghetti.
I see what you did.
I hate that you still have that next to you. I know you haven't left your seat, so that's why it's still there.
Actually, she has gotten up, and I was going to mention if she's going to do show and tell, she needs to do a show and tell of the Matt Gaddy to Scarlet.
No!
Show me, show me,
No!
show me, show me. Show me.
May this fall upon your soul, not ours.
Yes, can we...
I don't have a soul.
Can we go back to the idea that Chappie is such an instigator and he really is the worst?
Guess what?
Alright, this is the one time I will not mute you, Kat. Enjoy. We can't hear it. It's not close enough.
I know, hold on.
Well, I was going to do it while you were away, then you wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway.
That's true. If I was away, I couldn't do anything about it. But I am back!
So now you can enjoy the music.
It's so cute! Oh my god! Wait.
Hold on.
Wait, she can't hear it.
There it is. There is one sailing song on here.
Where on earth did you find that? It's so
Matt.
cute, son.
Gaddy.
And the most important button is the stop button.
Yeah, it's Devlin the one that actually got it.
Makes that much noise. Thank you to our friend and streamer Matt Gaddy. Actually, we have Matt Gaddy and Devlin to blame for this because Devlin ended up following his channel and immediately winning the raffle that won a live cat piano to be delivered directly to someone's door, and I needed it.
Clearly.
Strangely, I had no use for it.
I love it. I have promised that as soon as there are lyrics for our theme song.
That is such a depressing theme song, though. Like, I feel like we need to choose something more upbeat.
You can speed it
Nope,
up.
can't do it out of my front. Anyway. My favorite part is when it was delivered to me. It was in the box and slightly off, and it was going like this. Meow, as I moved the box, so it was on inside the box, and the poor delivery person must have been like, what is in there, and should I let it out?
How does Marley feel about cat piano?
He does
Because
not
I know Pistol would freak out.
I would like to get video of Marley like pawing at it and then put some music in to make it seem like she's playing it.
Piano.
She doesn't care. She doesn't even look.
Just put catnip on it.
Yeah.
It's probably
Scarlet,
works.
for
Cat
your
piano.
information, Marley is
I
a
wasn't
devil's
asked
cat.
about this. I wasn't even thinking about cat piano.
I hate cat piano. Matt Gaddy, we love
That-
you.
no-
But
Not
you're
for
the
nothing.
worst.
My roommate's dog is more of cat than dog. We discovered that
Oh,
it
mine
actually
too.
chase a red. Yeah, mine will chase a red dot. You can actually laser pointer it, and it will chase it.
Mine sleeps up curled up in a itty bitty loaf like a cat,
Aww.
and she will lick her paws and clean her face and everything just like a cat. And she doesn't bark.
That's odd. What kind
She's
of dog
not
is
good
it?
at it. She's
She's
an
not
Akita.
good at it. That's the problem.
She's an Akita Rottweiler mix, and she'll only bark if there is another dog actively barking at her. We've tried to teach her how to speak. She won't do it. She barely growls.
Aww.
Do it.
We're convinced she was raised by cats.
Has been happening.
But yeah, she's not good at barking. She's a terrible guard dog. If anyone ever breaks into our house, she'll go, "If you pet me, you can take whatever you want."
But she's a great pirate.
She is a great pirate. But yeah, she's
She
a
only
dog
has one
slut.
eye.
She does
Yeah.
only have one eye, and her name is Pistol.
And of course, that depends whether or not her dog's been stolen from her house.
Oh, why did I determine that we needed Pistol for a show? Oh, I had a great idea that involved
Oh, God.
Pistol in the show. Oh,
shit.
I remember.
Prepare yourself, Captain.
We have to go back to Bogey Cam for a minute.
What did you do?
You'll see in a minute. I have to go perform this action, and then you will see. But as soon as I get Bogey back up here, you won't regret this, Captain.
Give us the bird. Don't give us the bird.
Famous last words.
Don't give us the bird.
I already
Go that way,
said
bang.
Hold on, his camera turned off. I'm working on turning it back on.
I already
GoPros are slow.
Intrigued.
Oh, it's so
Bogey.
dark.
You need a bogey emoji. Well, point your light at it. You've got light on. I can point mine away. I mean, I just suddenly look like this.
I'm concerned because the creature is called Bogey. That's never usually a good thing.
He's a...
It's a bird.
A conure?
It's a Molotov cockatiel.
It's a Molotov cockatiel.
Molotov cockatiel.
But Bogey's, he's all wandering about and stuff. If she'd only get a light on him, it'd be more exciting.
Well, I mean, you start doing the boogie, 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 it'll do the dance.
Bogey, 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 bogey. Oh no, she got earbuds in.
And how would you know? It's not on bloody camera.
I mean, you can
Well, this is
you can see where it's perched. It's up in the top corner.
Sorry.
You can see his tail hanging down. Right next to the yellow rag thingamajigger.
Anywho.
This is fascinating. Let's move on.
We were doing just fine here when she was gone before, and now we can't. We have nothing left.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm slightly distracted because I'm trying to answer a question for a friend of mine, so give me 1 second.
Oh, no problem.
One.
Well, yeah, because I have this problem that when there's a question on my chats, I have to answer it. So I just told him, like, give me a minute, I'm on stream with pirates.
We're doing a thing.
Well, that's the funniest thing about this is I've had to tell people, like, I've had to tell 4 people right now, like, I can't answer you. I'm streaming with pirates. I'll get back to you later.
Answer, come to twitch.tv/Pirates of Fortune's Folly.
Oh, okay, hang on.
Ask it directly live on stream. That's fine.
All right. So what is this bogey and what does they do? Do you have the bogey? Is the bogey missing?
Are we doing pistol time first or bogey time first? Oh, no, we lost the captain.
Oh, no. Hold on. I'm not prepared. I just got here. I have to switch to Zoom Panic.
Ah! What happened?
He did this last time, too. All right.
Yeah,
we're on Panic.
Even any inclement weather this time.
We are on Panic.
Well, now's your time to put the hashtag back up.
Oh, our chat's up live.
It's okay. I moved it.
All right. Surprise! And Matt Gaddy is the worst, the best.
All right, hold
Not
on.
for nothing, when Captain lives, he has absolutely no service.
There it is.
It's ridiculous what he has to do.
Okay.
I'm done. This is not good.
Oh,
What's
he's
the
going
second
straight,
one?
straight rum.
Ah.
I've only got to make it 40 minutes on straight rum.
All right, are you ready? I also realized, oh no, it's sideways. I do not believe Miss Scarlet has the Twitch stream pulled up.
I do not because I'm on my phone and I'm afraid to run too many apps.
That is fine. I will send the picture hopefully in Zoom chat. It won't let me rotate. Hold on, I need to rotate you.
Happening here, which is really cute.
Why can't I rotate you?
There may or may not be a non-rotated photograph/video of Pistol dressed in a shark costume.
Oh God.
Hold on, I'm sending it to chat.
For 2020.
So this is my new. I just sent it in the Zoom chat, Scarlet, so you might be able to see it. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh,
Let me go there.
This is my lovely pirate puppy. For those of you that don't know her, her name is Pistol. As you can see, she is missing her left eye on your right. But we went to Home Goods the other day.
Oh no.
And in the pet section, they did to have Halloween costumes. And they had a shark.
Shark.
So I got the shark. Oh no!
Oi, Devlin.
Oh.
Welcome back, Captain. What on earth happened?
Where did he go?
No idea.
What?
Apparently the picture box decided to need a rum break.
So I don't see anything in the chat yet. Do you want me to try to get on Twitch right now?
No, I came through as a file, so it should have come through Zoom chat as a file. If it did not, I am sorry.
Well, I'm gonna go to chat.
You have to actually download the file to view it.
I like Bogey. I see Bogey. Bogey.
He was up eating a cashew when I came in, so I'm gonna guess that's
because
where he
he's
was.
close by and we can see. Oh, never mind. He's gone off again.
No,
if he comes back,
he's
you got to
there.
do it so
He's
dead.
up. There he is. He's sitting right in front of the camera.
Point your ring at him.
I can't. My ring is on the other side of the room.
Oh.
Literally, here. Hold on. Let me turn off Bogey Cam for a second. There's literally an entire room between me and Bogey.
Wow. That's all right. That's pretty interesting, actually.
He is nowhere near me.
My mental picture of your lodgings were quite different. I don't know why.
Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Oh, now don't.
Well, you got, yeah.
I was seeing if I could switch to 6-person without it being an issue, but I
switch
couldn't.
to 6, and now we're back.
And it was an issue. I was going to switch to 6 so I can have Bogey Cam on all the time, because Bogey is currently... Oh, I guess I can have Bogey on all the time. I just got to put him up here.
I don't see anything quite yet, so I'm not sure. I will have to do this Twitch thing. I'm actually the worst kind of 21st century person.
Oh,
I don't do a lot of things.
It took until we were actively doing this to get me here.
Yeah, my roommate is the gamer, and my roommate's the gamer, and he's always just very disappointed in me that I don't game. I was like, look, in every pairing, you need to have the person that's with the 21st century and the one that is without. I am the one without. For goodness sakes, I type with a typewriter for half the time.
I miss my typewriter. That was the best thing I had when I were a kid.
I love mine. It's a travel one. It's beautiful. I have to actually re-ink it.
Why is this picture so big?
Must be difficult to hook
so big.
the typewriter up to the fairy box. Yeah.
It's coming. It's attacking us. It's a big shark dog. Hi.
So, Captain, here is our new show.
Oh, no.
Here's my concept. Are you ready?
Oh, God.
I'm terrified beyond rational thought.
We just let her go. And
Ready.
everyone has to act like they have run into a shark.
A real one.
And it's just Pistol. And all she wants is attention. So she will come after you. Full shark load.
Full shark load.
Full running at you, full speed. If you
Shark
bonk her
load.
on the nose, she'll, like, stop. If you make her roll on her back, she can't do anything about it as long as you give her belly rubs.
Shark load.
But no, I think ever so often in shows, we just need to have her walk across the background in a shark costume.
I don't see any problem with this, to tell you the truth. I think it's quite wonderful.
I have been trying to convince Captain to make Pistol the official crew dog so that I can bring her to gigs for the last year and a half.
I would absolutely rather have Pistol as the crew dog, sorry Bones, rather than Lulu or any of the Bones dogs, because...
Oh, you'd rather the shark dog than the rat dog.
Yes.
I would.
But Bogey is officially, this one I did get official, is our official crew parrot.
That's true.
And we do have a show that he will be in when we get to do the show.
Conure? He's a conure?
He is a conure, yeah. He's a
Conure.
gold,
Yeah, I did it
gold
right.
crown conure. But yes, this is my lovely dog. She is living her best life. Maybe. She's not very sure. We ran down in a rush, and usually when we put her in something new, there's a little more like, here, do you want to smell this? But this time we just put it on her. She has a Christmas sweater that she loves, and then she won't let us take it off. Because here, we've learned, and this will work with a lot of females. Men, if you need to win over a female, listen up. Ready? If you tell her that she is pretty, you can put her in the stupidest stuff, and she'll believe it. And then when you try to take it off of her, she will get very upset or not let you take it off of her because she then will no longer be pretty. This is the logic of my dog.
I object about the last bit.
Well, that's my dog's theory.
You give her something to wear and tell her she's pretty and she likes it, and then you try to take it off of her, she might like that even more.
Alright, that is true. That is not my dog's theory. My dog panics because she thinks she'll no longer be pretty girl.
Oh.
If you take her collar off, she
different
freaks out.
actions at the end of that last bit of the clothing.
But if you want, this still is
you,
true.
Kathy.
If you want them to wear whatever you give them, tell them that they are pretty in it, and they will do it. I have put my dog in the stupidest stuff ever and told her she's a pretty girl. And as long as I tell her she's a pretty girl, she's all about it. One
Kathy.
time I didn't tell her she was a pretty girl, she didn't want to wear it.
Cappy, did you say that it doesn't hurt to also tell her she's pretty in an accent. What did you say? Because that's right.
I was making a reference to the actions that happen after clothings are removed differ between,
species.
Between whether it's a dog or a lady.
Whether it's
Species.
panic or good time. Just saying.
I don't need the spyglass to see the line, folks. I know we're getting
It's okay.
close.
We're still at 13. We're good. No
Aye.
F-bombs have been dropped. We're
I
good.
muted myself. Be proud of me.
Usually
we're
it's
very
Cat.
proud.
Cat's the worst.
You're a good girl. You're a pretty girl. Good job.
You're a smart girl. You're
Remind me to punch you next time I see you, Devlin.
Hey, Kat, we got this costume we want you to try on. I bet you look real pretty in it.
Wait. Do you think it will work for Captain if we tell him he looks real pretty in the Scuttle?
Ooh.
What's his name? It's not Scuttle. What do we change it to?
You got your flag.
That's whole butt.
Scuttlebutt. Maybe Captain will like to wear the Scuttlebutt costume if we tell him he's pretty.
Scuttlebutt costume.
I don't know. We've gotten you to do a number of things, Nessa, just for less.
For less? Good. So I can be Captain if I tell you you're pretty, right?
I mean, he is awfully
No,
pretty.
I mean you're a cheaper date.
Ooh, I feel somebody's throwing the gauntlet down.
Where's my... Wait.
Oh, I'll follow suit with me the golden pineapple of Membrino. Don't let the musical theater kids in this. It gets bad, and then there's a sing-along.
Golden pineapple reminds me of Rose's watering can.
Yes, it is a bit like that.
Reminder to those that want to see that, if you are a subscriber and you download Discord and log into your Discord app, you will get access to special Discord-only emojis. Also, Kat, I forgot to do this earlier, and you told me to do it, so I'm going to do it. Ready?
Yeah.
What should we do?
I hit. Oh, it doesn't want to replay. It will replay in a minute, probably. I'm trying to replay your...
I bought a tank top, and it's going to show on the screen that I bought a tank top. It's going to go...
It should at least. I'm pretty sure I have.
Thanks a lot for buying something from us. Which is
on Twitch or on the Zoom call? Which one is it going to be?
Twitch.
Ah, okay.
On the thing you can't see.
Yeah. But also, if you are on the Twitch watching right now, if you look down below, there's merchandise down here. And also the support button if you just want to chuck some money at us so I can refilm this shipwreck. It's the Rum Fund again, reminding me that I need to get Devlin to get on the donation of our initial funds to the Innocence Project. This is your weekly reminder that we still need to do that. Until we did the thing.
Wait. What innocence? What innocence? When did that happen?
Oh.
Nessa, take it away.
Hi, the Innocence Project is a wonderful organization that is one of their branches is here in Philadelphia, which is where we more or less are centrally located. I will give a very quick explanation as I am getting a call for an update on something. It is a wonderful organization that will retest forensic evidence as well as give better lawyers to those that have been wrongly convicted or did not get a fair trial.
Wonderful.
So it's a wonderful organization, and I'm going to turn on Bogey Cam.
But we thought that since we did start streaming right at the end of May, beginning of June, that's fairly significant in the climate of the colonies at this time, and we decided we would donate our first $200 of donation to the Innocence Project to help support people of color, particularly because they are obviously more likely to have a bad trial.
Yes.
Oddly. But also as pirates, we thought that it was a fine charity to support, as we certainly support anyone getting out of prison what don't deserve to be there.
Agreed.
Sometimes you want to do.
Hi. Chappie,
But
what you doing? Do a dance.
Do a little dance.
Ooh. Yes.
Wait, I want one.
Seasoned meat and sauce now.
You want it? Why can't I get the pizza?
My favorite bit is that the laughing jack is just coming in on him. At some point, our flag is going to overtake his entire room. That's creepy.
Wait, how do you do that? That's like magic and shit.
He's got green screen.
Ooh.
But the only thing that happens when I green screen is my face disappears. Yep. Yes, it does. Never mind. Ah!
There you go.
I didn't mean that. Now I lost my ship. Anyhow.
Well, I mean, that's the same as like Doc. He just has the face in the jungle.
Sometimes that happens. We do have Doc on every so often, and Mercy on D&D night. We're just occasionally they disappear right into the background like this and come and go.
They're doing their charisma and they're disappearing.
Died on
I feel a bit like a ghost actually in mine. There we go. I'm done with that. That didn't work spectacularly. Space Beard!
Well, Kat, you were about one roll away from becoming a ghost on D&D night.
I was, but we lost Devlin and Mercy, so Carrick and Irza are no longer with us.
Moment of silence. Okay, so
we got they got done in by a chain demon. Those things are pretty terrifying. But yeah, I was awfully close.
Yeah, and I jumped into Flint's stream afterwards. I told her that party got wrecked, and she's like, "Oh no, rip."
Yeah, rip indeed. We did get halved. There were 4 of us, down from an initial 6 of us that we were trying to play with. We couldn't, and yeah, that happened.
Well, I mean, I guess we were kind of this close to getting Karen this week.
I know. So yes, our 4th player, our 5th player. We did have 5, didn't we? I keep forgetting someone every time. But Birch plays with us on Friday night.
Dungeon Master.
And a dungeon. All right, that makes sense. Birch plays with us Friday nights, and he was playing Slizzard, the lizard wizard, the barbarian, who is also a rogue.
Which is not a lizard or a wizard.
Neither a lizard nor well, he's a lizard. Neither a wizard nor a rogue, but definitely a barbarian. Anyhow,
yeah, I'm gonna trip out of that detail.
If Birch's character ever gets annihilated, he's threatened us with rolling up a Karen to play with. A fearsome, literal Karen. And yes, I'm pretty sure, unless she's just shocked beyond belief, we have lost Scarlet.
No, I'm right here. I'm sorry.
Your video has frozen in a bit of a little, oh my face. But
you look very impressed.
Oh, sorry. I was trying, again, people keep messaging me, and I'm like, please go away. There you go.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to be sure, because I thought we'd entirely lost you, or it was a really bad story. No one likes hearing about it.
I'm really looking forward to your facial expression at the Karen.
That's terrible.
Which, may be the quickest way for the rum fund to earn $30 on D&D night.
Kill him.
Kill Karen.
Kill the Karen. That is the one thing that might be the
do your patriotic
lining to Karen ever showing up in the party, is that someone might actually drop the $30 it costs to actually kill a player character flat out.
Oh, I see. No, I
buy me another bottle of shipwreck. So
the sad thing is, so my hair, which is very matted down by the sweat, which is also very freaking long at this point. This, if I do it incorrectly, can look like a Karen haircut, which I don't want, because I'm not a Karen. I'm actually trying to do more of like a mohawk thing at this point, but then I can't wear me hats, so I don't know.
Really try hard.
Unless I do another like one of these, and I put like a little slit in the top, then I can like put it on, and my mohawk can stand out. That'd be great.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can be Aladdin shark.
Candygram.
Make it blue.
Yeah, make it blue. Teal. Let's do teal. That's my favorite color. That's the color I have on right now.
I went for the Disney one. I'd say make it green, but there you are.
Well, teal, blue, green, same difference. It's actually you can't really
Cat
tell.
would never recommend green.
Blue, green in there. Sorry, Chucky?
Cat would never recommend green for anything.
No, it's not my favorite color. It's not my pirate color. It's not my color at all.
No bias there whatsoever.
I mean, you can't tell today. The only thing what you can see is my hat, and maybe if I stand up, my this thingy sash.
I was gonna say it's either a bodice or a sash. I couldn't tell what the hell it was.
Right,
And
the
if
sash
you
is
want
down
to
here.
stand up cat, give tips, and she'll give a booty shake.
And I'm not wearing my proper pants. I'm wearing khaki pants.
Oh, don't worry about it. These are the pants I've decided to go with.
I don't know. They look like Bones' fancy pants.
The kind of
pants.
They're super $3 pants from real Walmart.
Oh, everybody at once. One person at a time.
Sappy.
I thought she was. Bones was wearing the fancy pants on her hiney yesterday.
Oh. No, I figured the top half is also business, but the bottom half is for relaxation. Kind of like, business in the front, party in the back. Same difference. Yes.
Kat has preferred to go around shoeless ever since this all began, to the point where even in our latest video, I couldn't be arsed to put my shoes on. I was just, the grass was cool, the air was fine, the lake was beautiful, and I were barefoot and happy to be so. And so that's how things work around here. I got there to see.
And honestly, as a lady as well, it's been one of those, I love this pandemic. I don't have to put on certain girdles underneath my clothes. It's wonderful, son. It's wonderful. I don't want to go back to normal because it's so restrictive. I know it's just...
I haven't opened my actual mundane closet at all. I have drawers, what's got me, my shirts of tea and my pants of jean. And I have opened the closet one time, which was to switch out sneakers for flip-flops and jeans for shorts and capris.
I've been doing
everything hanging in my closet has not been touched at all. At all. There's been, I'm usually bored. Okay, I'm bored of this season's work clothes. If I wear this shirt again, my head will explode. And at this point, I haven't seen any of my clothes since I moved here in March. So,
fair enough. No, I am not looking forward to wearing actual pants. And it's one of those, I've actually done this to my boyfriend. I've asked him. I've actually asked him, is it worth, yes, exactly. Okay. Is it actually worth me putting on pants? And sometimes he says yes, and makeup too. And I'm like, oh, you better be feeding me good things.
That's the, once more with the cannot be arsed. Somehow, I managed to get this far more often than normal.
Same. I was just like, I'm going to be at the Pirates. This is the first time I've met you. Well, I mean, I've met you guys, but this is the first time I'm here on the video of screen.
Now.
And I want it to be pretty some so that I don't scare away your different peoples that are throwing money at you and saying, yes, do more of this. Which you really should do.
Everyone, throw money at us. Look down here.
We're poor pirates.
We'll throw merchandise back at you.
Oh, yes.
Throw money at us. Watch. Let me see if this works, because I don't know it does. Yay! My command works. New merch is here. The link is in the chat. Hooray!
My favorite thing. So I've worked a lot of conventions in my life. And my favorite thing, there was a gentleman that works something called Auntie Arwen Spice. I know. The garlic insanity is my personal favorite because I love garlic and it's what keeps the vampires away. But what I personally love is this gentleman with this beautiful baritone voice. He'll say out, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to do a service for you. If you have dirty, disgusting money, you give it to us trained professionals, and we will give you nice, clean products. It is a service that we are providing for. Nay, we are putting our own lives on the line for thee. So please, give us your dirty money, and we will give you delicious and wonderful product. Thank thee for attending.
Yes, I love it.
I like that money laundering pitch.
But
I love it.
Not money laundering, not money laundering. It's more the money exchange. It's kind of like going to the bank in Zurich or something, where you have dirty American dollars, and then you get clean euro, which surprisingly is more than the American dollar. Oh, I ate so well when I was in Europe. I miss Europe. Europe, take us back, please. I promise, I'm clean.
But we did have a similar pitch. Instead of product, we offered security. If you felt unsecure carrying your money and your credit cards around a festival day, you could give it to us, and we would protect it. And if you were unsatisfied with our services, you return the unused services, and we return the unused money.
Oh, I love that. That's brilliant. I need to use that in my fire performances.
And of course, for extra security, you give us your PIN numbers and your various account passwords, just for security, of course.
It's only fair. It's only fair.
Yes, Chappie.
And for the premium fee, it'll be kept safer and secure with a chaplain in his office.
Very true.
Captain.
And if you give us enough money, the chaplain gets an office. What was it, Kat?
Chappie gets an office.
If he collects enough money.
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
I'll clean your office if you get enough money for
the stuffs. You know, the spaghetti hats.
That's true. We can't just leave those laying around.
I know, you don't want, flying things around. Plus I need a spot where I might be able to hold, confessions of sorts-ish.
All right, so work on that funding.
So, Chaplain, do you want to hear a relatively clean joke? It is a clean joke. It's PG-13. I promise thee.
I want it.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Now I'm not interested.
All right. So, here's the problem.
We're doing
in case you ever get so much money you don't know what to do with it. So there's this joke. All right. A Catholic priest, an Episcopalian, and a Jewish man have gotten into some stupid amounts of money, and they don't know what to do with it. So the Catholic man says, all right, well, let's see. We'll do this. We'll draw a circle in the ground, and we'll throw the money up. And anything that lands in the circle, God will take, and we'll take everything on the outside. The Episcopalian is like, no. We draw the circle, we throw the money up, and anything that's outside the circle will go to God, and anything that goes inside the circle comes to us. The Jewish man says, no, you schmecks, this is what you need to do. You throw the money up, anything God wants, he takes.
I found a really interesting drawing. I can't
over a little bit, over up.
Christopher Columbus, guided by a higher power.
That. Oh, Christopher Columbus. That's an interesting song.
All right.
I looked at this in many a year. There's some really important scientific drawings.
Oh, Lordy. I think we're getting to silly hour with this group. And where is Stephanie? Where did she go? Nissa. Where's Nissa?
Miss Nessa's got her some family issues, so hopefully she'll come back to at least shut us down in the next 15 minutes.
Otherwise it's going to be very long.
Until she comes back, so,
Right.
Yeah, we remember what happened the last time the stream broke.
It did break the last time she got up, so we're lucky if we're not muted entirely right now.
Don't scare them. Don't scare the electric fairies. They'll take us out.
All right, Chappie. I've got a clean joke for you.
I want to hear it. Tell us, please.
This is the world's oldest crucifixion joke.
Oh, God.
I apologize to all the Catholics that are watching this stream. All right. our Lord and Savior is on the cross. And he says, Peter, come here. And Peter's like, I'm here, Lord. He's like, come closer. I'm at the foot of the cross, Lord. You come closer, Peter. I'm climbing up beside you, Peter. Come closer. I'm here, sir. What do you want? Peter! I can see your house from here.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
My God.
What is wrong with you, Devlin? That's
I said it
terrible.
was clean. I never said it was good.
That was
Okay.
a terrible joke.
Right. Chappie, you have a joke.
Arthur Greenleaf Holmes. I know.
Property of Arthur Greenleaf Holmes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, just steal the joke. That's what we do.
Oh, well, this is going to have to go into the Zoom chat for you guys to read.
Okay.
So it's one of those jokes.
It borders the line as it is from Arthur Greenleaf Holmes, but it is incredibly hilarious on all sorts of.
But it isn't
Levels
clean,
of-
is it?
Huh?
It isn't
Assuming
clean,
not.
is it?
It's clean of sorts, but not necessarily for the general public.
All right. So
I think
you type us the joke, and we'll react to it. While you're typing the joke, let me tell you a clean joke for our audience members, because it'll be kind of boring some to watch you type.
The PG-13 types.
Yes,
Not the
I
Arthur
have-
Greenleaf Holmes types.
I have a wonderful joke, and because I am horribly Irish, I will explain it to you. So one of my favorite jokes is this. There's a man, Paddy, who goes to the bar every single day at 3 o'clock, orders 3 pints of beer every single day. And when
Well, I
the
think I know-
barman... So I know you probably know this, but for those that don't know this, enjoy. So
Oh, I
there's
don't
3
know the joke. I just know the man you're talking about.
Thank you, dear. So, barman comes, delivers 3 pints of beer. The Paddy drinks all 3 and then leaves. This is a little ritual that happens every single day for several weeks, to the point that the barman says, oh yeah, why do you do this every single day at 3 o'clock? And Paddy is like, oh, well, I have 2 other brothers. I'm here in Ireland. I have a brother in New York City and one over in Australia. And to keep the family strong, we decide that every day at 3 o'clock, we're going to take a pint, we're going to drink it to each other's health, and then move on with our day. Awesome. So yes, a drink. The barman says, that's very sweet. That's wonderful. So for the next several weeks, the ritual continues. Wonderful thing. Everybody in the bar knows what's going on after a while. It's wonderful. Then one day, Paddy comes in and only orders 2 pints. There's a hush that falls over the crowd. The barman comes and solemnly serves the 2 pints and says, I'm so sorry for your loss. Paddy looks confused and says, what are you talking about? I quit drinking. Badum-tish.
All right, it's all right. I believe the joke, Chappie, is the joke up?
The joke
Joke
is
is
up.
up. Punchline's about to go in.
All right.
All right. Oh, for goodness sake.
Like it.
Oh, no. Choppy, how do you know such a joke? That's terrible.
Because I'm friends with Arthur Greenleaf Holmes.
Yes, kudos to Master Holmes.
No. We're not discussing this joke. It's not to be. No one's tells
No.
our audience.
No.
Sorry, audience. I
Wait,
apologize.
wait.
You cannot know what. You cannot see it. No.
You can't know. However, we got dirty jokes and clean merchandise.
There's the other thing. If you tend to deposit, I don't know, $10 or $20 to the cause, maybe we'll show you the joke.
Maybe.
What did I
Just
come back
saying.
to?
Is it? We're trying to get money for using up Arthur Greenleaf Holmes' jokes.
If you look in the
Pirates.
chat there, Nessa, you'll see what Chappie has decided is a funny one. So, yes,
Oh
so
my
folks,
gosh.
if you are of an evil-minded folk that love dirty jokes, I would say just tip us $10 or $20 and we'll give you what that joke was. We're not saying what it was, all that it is very good and very, very, what is it, not punctual, but what is it when you're fudge? Darn the rum, I've lost all my words.
The part about drinking rum is that my words get smaller.
Yes, yes they
Like, that's
do. I
appropriate.
used to have $12 words. Now I have 3.
Yeah.
I'm still breaking $1 here.
Well.
Why is that not, Devlin?
So anywho, so again,
we're
if
not
you
above
want to see what our chaplain did, which is quite naughty-some for such a man of God, I would say tip us $10, maybe $20, and we'll give you the joke for free.
Right.
That's how that works.
We like to
Exactly.
also give you.
I'm not
It
only a
would be
performer,
raw.
I'm a vaudeville person. I am a burlesque person. I am somebody who knows how to trot the boards. Oh,
Besides, it would be inappropriate to sell another man's joke. But if you want to give us a tip, we'll share it with you.
We'll share it with you for free.
exactly.
Right.
Because otherwise, you're just watching us enjoy it, which is great.
My favorite. So one of the favorite things I do during fire performance is I like to play with the audience and I like to see what they riff off of me with. There was one time though I almost died. I actually don't know what the joke was to this day, but all I know is I was doing a joke of I'm going to breathe fire. I'm going to have a giant plume of fire coming from my breath. And then there was a married man in the audience that said something that was quite appropriate to the point that I almost swallowed the fuel that I was using. So after I stopped chuckling and then I breathed out a tiny little bit because I didn't want to drool. Side note, anything that we do with fire breathing, normally the fuel that we use is actually not that bad, but you don't really want to drink it unless you're really plugged up. Well, no, it's great if you're plugged up. It's great. It helps you, grease the lining so that out it comes. But I don't particularly wanted it that day because I was camping and I don't want to dig another cat hole. So all I remembered was I came up for air. I looked at the gentleman that said whatever it was, and I said, "You almost killed me. I love thee. Don't ever do that again."
Killing's appropriate, right?
It was totally appropriate. Actually, it was totally appropriate. He said it in front of his kid.
Not our fault.
Not if the kids get the jokes. It's not our fault.
They went
We
to
didn't
private
raise-
school. They already know all this.
Yeah, that's true. The public
Yes.
know all the jokes.
I think that's the thing that gets me the most about this is that they know the jokes earlier than I ever did.
Oh, exactly that.
That's not fair. Oh,
I don't know. It's like they have a source of information that we didn't, that teaches them these things earlier than us. I don't know what you could see.
Really?
Oh, kids' days at the fair.
Oh,
that.
wait, I've worked
kids'
too
days.
many of them. Some of the stuff that I've heard come out of smaller children's mouths when they know there's no parents there and it's just a group of kids is redonkulous.
And it's like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. Say that again. I need to write that down and from
Let's write it down so that we can use it again in adult company and tell them we got it from a kid who was like 6.
Not to bring the party down, but I have to kind of bring this. I think we're all of the same age, or mostly of the same age.
Not
We're
necessary to tell you.
I hate to say this, we're all older than Google.
Yeah,
we're all older.
I am, but I want to preface this only by 3 years.
Oh my Lord and Taylor.
Yes, we still have a baby among this.
I am still a baby. I am 25 years old.
And that's why
Google
she's my
is
fake twin.
28 years old. Or no, 22 years old.
She's the fetus.
Uh-oh, I think my dog just tried to eat food off of my plate downstairs.
I thought you went like this, like, uh-oh, I think my dog just tried to eat my butt.
No, I heard screaming coming from the door, and there is now a husband slamming on something.
Screaming at the dog.
I'm not quite sure. Like,
Yeah,
not slamming on the door, like marching loudly so that we know that we're serious when we put her in the kennel. I think she tried to eat my food, which is currently on the plate downstairs waiting for me.
Well, it's good timing. We're about 4 minutes from the end of our show today.
Maybe Scarlet can get a shimmy quick.
Oh.
Oh.
Did I miss
Do you
it?
have points? You already used the rum shark. I don't know if you're gonna have enough points.
Not.
I
I'm
still
almost
got-
ready.
I got 5,000 points.
Nobody wants to see Cat Shimmy because she dresses up to here.
I mean, it's not like the bones bounce.
I mean, it's Nessa's got a good day for a shimmy.
Yeah,
I
Nessa's
really,
got-
really love your bodice.
Nessa
and
couldn't close this because
Find a way.
Nessa was gonna. Thanks. This is from Maryland, I believe. Is that
It
where
is
we got this
bodice,
ensemble?
And I really like the sea foam green shirt as well. So win-win.
Oh yeah, I'm stealing your colors.
Sea foam ain't the same as Hunter.
That's
You
fair.
steal Hunter or forest green and we'll have a fight.
I think the only thing I have that's hunter green is the pants that go with the seafoam top and my blue skirts.
Fair enough.
It occurs to me,
In person.
we
Sorry.
never actually did explain the rules to Scarlet, so she might be very surprised if points get spent in her absence.
We go,
Oh,
"Hey, you have to
no, she did get a rum shark.
Wait, what did I do wrong? What happened?
Oh, you didn't do anything wrong.
We did
You
it.
know what you did. You know what you did.
What you did was what the crew didn't do for you.
Well,
Yeah,
you can't exactly see a man about a dog in a toilet, but all right.
I do too. I'm just trying to wait 2 minutes.
I couldn't do it anymore because this is like 2 of these, and that's a lot, and my bladder is very small.
I cheated. When I disappeared and Bogey transformed into me, I went pee.
Now you know all our bathroom secrets. I'll hit the head in a couple of minutes. It'll be fine.
It's more than I wanted to know.
Alright, Captain, you share the bathroom with us when we're on the ship. With the amount of females we got on crew.
Also, tip that mug, will ya? Tip it. Tip it.
Who, me or him?
Him.
Yeah, drink, you bugger. There we go.
I'm fine. I have not even begun to feel tipsy. Then tip it back.
I'm Irish. I get to tipsy and I stay there.
Yeah, maintain.
Yeah,
Unless you're
mug
Cat.
song
Cat's also Irish.
must just be wielded
I
by
have
your-
learned the divine art of maintaining. I just maintain at 3 rum sharks.
Right.
Alright,
And it just
normal
makes it higher
people will
level.
maintain at 1 or 2 rum sharks. Cat
Or-
maintains at 3.
Aye.
Right.
Some people play through the pain and go for the higher level. No, we're Scarlet.
Yes.
Hey,
What? I'm
I was going to
behaving?
say you're lucky. You're lucky. We were afraid someone was going to spend points and make something happen, but apparently we're going to make it to the end of this broadcast without getting ourselves in trouble.
Oi, we've already spent points on her in this.
Aye, but if he spent more.
Oi, did you not pay attention, Captain?
We don't get
our points can
we
do.
don't get in trouble by making the guests drink.
Look at oh.
In fact, she may come back now.
Also, I lost Bob. Hang on a second.
Oh
What
no!
about
Poor
Bob?
Bob. Poor Bob.
Well, when these came out, I had to collect every single one,
Of
and they're
course.
adorable because you can press. And also, if you take Tim away, no. And then if you return Bob, it goes. I love
need
them
it.
so.
I
They
need
don't
it.
sell these anymore. I had
That's
to
so
buy them.
sad.
But yeah.
I went through a very, very, very intense Minions phase.
I don't understand them, but they are awfully adorable.
They're so adorable. There is a video that's them just singing the word potato, but it's the best video and rendition of the song you'll ever hear.
Potato song.
It's not the
or
potato
banana?
song. Oh, well, there's banana too, but there is another one that's potato.
Oh.
Both are wonderful renditions, and if you have never watched a singing minion, you should do it right now, as it is 8:01, and I'm going to allow these women to go pee, and I'm going to go see if I still have chicken after my dog may have attacked my plate.
Oh, it's a good fun. Thank you so much for joining us, Scarlet. We hope you
Yes,
have
Scarlet, it was great to have you. Thank you so much.
I am glad to be aboard your ship. I wish to come back again because it's been fun.
We love the tales of the whimsical rambling adventures. So do check her out on the Book of Face and on the YouTube and all that stuff.
I promise I'll be putting up a new video within probably 2 weeks, if not a little bit less, about the last half of my journey. It's definitely worth a look. I've went to some really ridiculous places.
Excellent. I look forward to it myself. So.
But, yeah. But please tip your pirates. Help them find their way to port. Thank you, Tim. Or Bob. This is Bob. This is Tim. This is Bob.
Bob, Tim.
Bob, Tim,
right,
Tim, Bob, Tim.
Good night, mate.
All right, mate.
Have a wonderful night, everyone. We look forward to seeing you on Friday for our Dungeons and Dragons, and we will see you then. Good night, everyone.
Good night.